So next we get into the remesh. So the remesh was a big one, big enhancement with the 2020. So the remesh command can be used to improve the overall quality of mesh bodies to optimize it for the reverse engineering command. So what's available in synchronous and reverse engineering tab and the cleanup mesh group. So you'll see the new remesh command as you move forward to 2020. So by selecting the mesh body, the target, the minimum, and coordinal tolerance shows the average size of the mesh across the model. So you can see here, my top model, you can see the target size, the minimum, and the coordinal tolerance is there. But if you want to decrease the mesh in size, you might key in the following. So they're telling me here, I might want to reduce the target size of 4 mils, but hey, I can also refine that even more to my target mesh of 0.78 with the minimal size of 0.39 and the coordinal tolerance of 0.008. You can see the mesh there really tightens up. And also the size decreases. So on our remesh Quickfire, this is what it will look like. What is our curvature refinement, our retain the sharp edges icon, and the retain boundaries. So you can see here, what are some of our examples as they're turned on and off? What is my curvature refinement? If I've got it turned off, you can see it's very blocky. If I turn that on, it has a nice smooth with the meshing. Retain my sharp edges. So you can see here up top, they're a little, a little staggered. With them turned on, they're nice and sharp, and the retain boundaries. So you can see here, retain boundaries. It's very close to each other, but it is a little bit, better performance there. So what is some of our minimal face qualities? The value ranges from 0.001 to 0, with 0 being the worst and 1 being perfect. So our surface growth rate, this control determines the rate at which a face edge sizes vary from one face to the neighbor. And our sharp edge angular tolerance, the angle tolerance is used to check whether an edge is sharp. So you can see here, the 3 icons right above is what we were just talking about. So one other option was the remeshing. So you can see here before we remeshed and after we remeshed. So the increase is very nicely. And same with the automatic regions turned on. You see before and after. Some of our scan data. So here's a scan data that we brought in. And the scan data is, let's accidentally hit something. So you see the scan mesh is very dense, and reverse engineering command will take a lot of time to operate on this model. So you can see the scan data here, 150 meg. But if I remesh it, the mesh density can be reduced by using the remesh command, still retaining the shape of the model, but the size has been reduced from 150 down to 20 meg. So that's a big one there. So better automatic region recognition. So some of our generative design parts, the mesh that you can see here, our generative design model, our original part. And then here we've got the mesh at the preserved regions is not uniform, and so the regions are not automatically recognized. Must have a timer turned on, I apologize. So next, so you can see after we remesh the model, it will make the mesh uniform, and then the automatic regions will be much better detected. These regions can then be used to assemble the assembly model.